Freedom's greetings once again, Helldivers. Plushy Erevan here. It's been a while, but Helldivers 2 has finally announced its next Warbond after what has surely been the driest 2 months in the game's lifespan content wise. So much so that I had to switch things up on the channel or start flipping super burgers. But the all new Master of Ceremony Warbond is dropping into a superstore near you on the 15th with some of the most frequently asked for weaponry the community has been craving. No, it's not a stealth warbond, but swords and flags are cool too, so let's break down everything you can expect with the new gear. Well, in a minute. As you saw, I've partnered up with Plushify to bring you this adorable Erevan plushie that's releasing for pre-sale over the upcoming weekend through the link pinned in the comment below. This cute little guy is made of polyester with tons of detail and handcrafted care put into it, sporting its own hood, cape, waistcoat, and armor, all detailed separately from the main body, crafted directly from my likeness right down to my robotic right arm. He stands at a respectable and masculine 22 centimeters tall and is perfect for displaying on any surface you choose thanks to his default sitting position. This campaign will run for a limited time only for $29.99 USD, ending 3 weeks after it goes live, where he'll ghost out of existence, never to be seen or heard from again. Getting on with the Warbond, though, for our armors this time around, we've got the RE 1861 Parade Commander Light Armor and the RE 2310 Honorary Guard Heavy Armor. It looks like a heavy armor anyway, and the blog writer got a bit carried away and forgot to actually say what it is. I'm gonna bank on heavy armor though. Anyway, these new suits, as well as the new Superstore armor, will come with the new Reinforced Epaulets perk, which provides a 50% chance to prevent your limbs from being broken when they would have been broken, instead negating the damage dealt to the limb. You'll still take the damage to your actual health pool though, and to me this seems completely inferior to Democracy Protects, which outright prevents you from dying 50% of the time. While the style of these armors might be as on point as always, the passive looks to me like another suit being thrown straight to the back of your closet, never to be seen or heard from again. And no, this word is not epaulettes or epaulettes, it's epaulets. Thank you, Google, and blame the French for this monstrosity of a word. The sample scanner you'd think would tell you the location of nearby samples, but what it actually does is just give you a 15% chance to pick up an extra sample with each collection. This is basically only going to be worth it for dedicated sample farming missions, as 15% more samples is just not going to be worth dropping one of your meta boosters for most of the time. If you don't need your boosters because you're having an easy time, then you could turn up the difficulty instead, or odds are good you've just been maxed for, like, say, half a year. Just can't see this one being used for anything more than farming runs, but I guess that's better than the dumpster that the rest of the boosters typically end up in. Now, our intel is spotty on this gear at best this time around, as Arrowhead has gotten better and better at keeping the details out of my hands. But that doesn't mean I won't be doing my best regardless. The R2 amendment is a new marksman rifle capable of firing around 550 RPM on automatic, despite being labeled as a marksman weapon, similar to the release version of the Adjudicator. We also know it's going to come with a 20 round magazine and likely a 3 times variable optic, and what I'm expecting to be 6 to 8 spare mags. This rifle also comes equipped with a bayonet for close quarters encounters, dealing 100 damage, an armor penetration level of 3, or better known as medium penetration, and deals somewhere between the Adjudicator's 95 damage and the Diligence's 165. We only see an extremely small portion of footage where the weapon is actually hitting anything. So there isn't a lot to go on here other than confirmation that it takes down hunters in 2 shots to the body and low level warriors in a maximum of 3 shots to the body, confirming it does in fact do at least 110 damage. Overall, the rifle doesn't seem to me like it'll be shaking up many loadouts past the first few days, but it's certainly looking like a Swiss Army primary between the penetration, damage, and melee capability. Just gotta be careful about what is sure to be a non existent ammo supply. The CQC Saber is finally allowing you to drive closer so you can hit it with your sword. A Captain Saber style weapon returning from the first Helldivers game to get you horribly mutilated for your troubles most of the time, while making you look like a complete badass the rest of the time. You can expect each swing to deal 110 damage to your enemies, similar to the combat axe, making it particularly proficient at turning the Illuminates upon their return into calamari. Speaking of getting in close, we're also receiving the first melee support weapon. And no, it's not a great sword, nor will it likely ever be, but it is the CQC-1 flag that you are able to wave democratically and drive the pointy end of into the hearts of our enemies. This one is likely to deal the most melee damage with the greatest reach advantage we've seen thus far for Helldivers 2's melee weaponry, likely to prove decently effective at culling the unwashed masses of the Terminid swarms with upwards of 200 damage per stab. For our grenade this time around, we've got the G142 Pyrotech Incendiary Fidget Spinner. Almost zero footage of this one with no contact on the actual enemies, so all I can say for certain is it'll light enemies on fire, dealing 50 damage per second, and explode with medium armor penetration explosions for what I imagine to be about 300 damage with a spawner destroying demolition force of 30. Incendiary grenades are not what I'd call the most popular unless you count the thermites, and I don't think the fidget spinner is likely to change that. To polish off this warbond, we've got some stylish new capes and player banners. My favorite being the Federation's Embrace cape sporting a beautiful blue color, and the decorated hero title to let the lobby know that you're not just any hero, you're a decorated hero. And if none of the Warbond understandably caught your fancy, at the very least, the new March in Place emote is giving us yet more fuel for the argument that we desperately need more emote slots on our wheel. And by popular demand, Arrowhead has added new FRV patterns retroactively to several previously released Warbonds, including Viper Commandos, Freedom's Flame, and Chemical Agents, as well as the Truth Enforcers, also dropping with the upcoming Warbond. So if you own any of these, be sure to pick up your new vehicle skins on the 15th. And that is about all I can tell you about the Master of Ceremony Warbond. I'll, of course, be covering the gear in more detail once it actually releases, and I would advise you to take any numerical values I've spitballed here with a grain of super salt, as they are heavily theoretical at the end of the day. Even if they are based on both my own experience with the game and how Arrowhead has balanced weaponry previously, that doesn't mean they couldn't have shaken things up this time and done something out of pocket, like, I don't know, make the R2 useless by giving it light pen. But either way I look at things, this new Warbond, after a very long wait from Arrowhead, just does not look like it's going to be very good to me and may have taken the crown as the new worst Warbond. We'll know for sure on the 15th, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching till the end, and thank you to my coffee supporters who have been instrumental in keeping the channel going through this dry spell. I'll see you next time.